Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. And for those of you who are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the like button below.
Bing, 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 bing. Don't forget the bell.
Yeah. Okay, so for this week, everybody, we are going to do it's actually a recreation of the ramen noodle.
Yeah.
Okay, where they actually use mayonnaise, eggs,
and
garlic, and also the ramen and the soup base from the ramen. Okay, so without further ado,
let's do it.
we are going to start the fire. Ooh. Ting. One ramen noodle. We keep the soup base at the side. I'm sure it's not the back. Second ramen noodle.
And the third.
Houston, we have successfully launched. Alright, so while we wait for the ramen noodles to be cooked, we are going to mix all the other ingredients. Abang, why don't you break the eggs? So it's actually super easy, but it's also super nice. I mean, like, this has gone viral already, right?
Yeah.
So everybody should know how to make this. 3 eggs, equivalent to the same number of ramen.
Yeah.
And then you include the garlic inside the eggs, and then the mayonnaise.
So, eggs done.
Okay.
The garlic.
Garlic.
Forget. Tissue.
Sudu.
Spoon.
I guess half a tablespoon would be okay. A little bit more, maybe.
Because
I
we
don't
love
know.
garlic.
Yeah, I love garlic. And then
Ooh.
I think this should be enough. Okay.
But it's 3, so so.
Okay, maybe a bit more.
Okay.
Okay, so basically it looks something like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't look yummy right now, but it will be in a second. Oh, shucks. Oh, maybe we can put this one in. Put the dried whatever in there. And then this one is the soup base. You put it together with the egg mixture earlier on. You stir, 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 stir. And stir some more. Okay guys, while we are waiting for the ramen to fully cook and waiting for the next step, we are gonna tell you some stories. I mean, last week we talked about Nora Corrin's the mysterious murder, the mysterious death of Nora Corrin. So this week what we are gonna do is we are gonna talk about the perspective of SAR's unit.
Okay, who knows what is SAR?
I know the respiratory the respiratory illness.
Yeah. Some might remember that SARS is those back in 2003 whereby it's actually the sickness, the virus. Yeah. But this one is different.
This is search and rescue unit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the perspective of those people who actually worked as search and rescue unit. So the first story that I'm going to tell is about this search and rescue unit personnel. He was deployed to a forest because there was a call made about a boy who had gone berry picking.
Oh, okay.
Right, so him and his sister, actually the whole entire family lah. There are 4 of them, right? So the sister and the brother got separated from the parents. Okay, so the brother and the sister went to go look for berries, and then the brother, the last thing that the sister actually saw was a bear looking man. I mean, the statue of the guy, he is what was described by the girl was he is very tall, and he has a bear looking face, hairy built, and the last thing that she actually saw was him carrying the brother on his shoulder. And then leaving her behind. Yeah, and so when the search and rescue unit came, they asked this girl, what did you see? What happened to your brother? And she described all of this to the SAR personnel. And so they were thinking maybe this girl has got wild imagination. So they actually went to, they actually think that this is an abduction. They really thought that this is a kidnap case, but they searched the whole entire place. Until now, they couldn't find the boy. So the boy just vanish. Yeah. Okay. So now.
Okay, I think the noodle is about to.
Yeah, I think the noodle is done.
Yeah, correct.
Yee! So what we will do next is to transfer these guys here in this bowl here. You won't be able to see this bowl here. Okay, let's do it.
Can you do it?
Would it be too hot for you?
Yeah.
You put it down. And then we need to pour in a little bit of the water. Not a little bit, like a substantial amount of the water.
You know?
Yeah. Panas tak? Whee! Okay.
Yeah. Guys, you should try this recipe because it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I
We tried
it like
before.
many times.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is good. Okay, jemput makan semua. Oh, right. I got myself Nene chicken. Actually, this is the boneless chicken, and this is actually their new addition. It's rendang sauce. Yeah, fried chicken with rendang sauce. I don't know how good it is. I just wanna give it a try.
Mmm. Guys, you should try this. Seriously, it's nice. Like my dad said, beautiful. But seriously, it's nice. And but you have to gauge yourself for the soup base. You don't have to put the whole entire soup base. If you take to make only one packet, that one particular soup base, you just put like 3/4
Or half.
or maybe half. Depends on how you want it to be. Because if you put the whole packet, it will be going to be salty.
I actually put 2.5.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead with your second
Yeah.
story?
Okay, story number 2. This is about a 3-person went for hiking or concerned like walk in the forest. But somehow, okay, the 3-person conceive of the grandfather, the mom, and the daughter. Okay. So while they're walking in the forest, so the daughter would like to have a better view of the forest. So what she did was she climbed up a tree, while the grandfather and the mom waited for her to come down at the base of the tree. But after even a few hours, the girl never came down. The mom and the grandfather keep on calling
But
for
you
her.
climbed the tree and then she never came down.
Never came down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ada black hole lah kat atas.
So the grandfather and the mom keep on looking for her and keep on calling her name. So basically, if you went up a tree, definitely you have to come down,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So-
just the law of...
Nature,
Whose law is it? I forgot. Never mind.
Newton's law.
Ah, yeah, Newton.
Okay,
Hi, Newton.
so the mom got panicked, but of course she is trying to look for the daughter around the area, but still couldn't find any sign of the daughter. So
Where
what?
did you go?
That's the thing. Nobody
So
knows.
just vanished?
Just vanished.
Oh my god.
So what the thing is? So what they did is that they called up the SAR unit to get some help. So the SAR, this particular guy, I think it should be the same guy that Ems told the first story. He tried to look for the girl around that area. Still no sign of the girl. So what they did is for the last resort, they have to use the canine, the dog,
Oh.
right? So because dog will have a better sense of able to search for someone, right? So the funny thing is that the canine smell brings them all over the place until the edge of the forest, the edge of those so that's something impossible, whereby just a tree that should be once people went up have to come down, but the dog smells for the search until the edge of the cliff.
My
But
goodness.
the funny thing is that
But they still cannot find her.
they still cannot find her, and if this girl were to go over the cliff, let's say, okay, but there's no sign of footprints, no sign of footprints at all.
Oh.
It's just that the dog smells,
Pick up the scent lah.
the scent of this girl, and it's over the cliff. So it's impossible for that to happen, for just
Do you
a
think
girl that
she-
went up and just.
Do you think she actually...
If she does, how does she go down the tree without nobody seeing her, and she goes over the cliff?
This is something that I also don't quite understand, because like as we told you guys last week regarding Nora Corin's story, right?
yeah,
Like the SARS unit went over the place that they eventually found her at like 4 times. But the first 3 times they cannot find her. right? And then only the fourth time that they actually, and it's the same spot.
That's the weird thing lah.
Yeah. But then we're talking about forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, forests have a lot of unexplainable things.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Worst is if you are panic. Everything can go wrong, horribly wrong.
Yeah. Alright, gang. Let me tell you guys something about the rendang, the nene chicken, the rendang sauce. It's not really what I expected it to be. The chicken is kind of like soggy
Oh my.
because I kind of waited for an hour sort of
I
for you
see,
to come
okay.
back, right? So it's a little bit soggy, and the rendang. Okay, I can taste the rendang flavor, but it's not as intense. So for the third story, this SAR personnel, he was called in regarding a girl who had fell off a tree, and when she fell off, her body rolled over like a, I don't know, like a slope maybe. The body rolled over, and she kind of like hit an old branch that pierced through her.
Oh my.
Yeah, so she passed away.
Oh, she passed away?
Yeah, so the girl passed away. The one who called is actually her mom.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so because her mom couldn't find her, she rolled down. What I can understand is that she rolled down the cliff, sorry, the slope, and then her body kind of like pierced through an old branch, and then she was kind of like hidden underneath an old log. So I think in that sense they couldn't like see her body, but eventually they did find her body. They found her body, and when they took out, wow. When they took out her body, and the mom actually saw the condition of the body, her daughter's body, she lost it lah. She was wailing, she was like crying, wailing, and I think she just couldn't control it. And she was what the SAR unit personnel actually described was it's a blood curdling scream. The most blood curdling scream that he had ever heard in his whole entire life. So that's how bad it is. And a week later, he found out from another colleague, the mom actually took her own life.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's so sad to hear.
Yeah, I mean this is not really mysterious, but it's a sad story.
And
I
a
would
sad
say.
ending,
Yeah, it's a sad ending.
I think most of the SAR story will be will end up those sad story, because of course you cannot be feeling joy or happy when someone that you love will just perish. SAR is always a never good ending. I mean for their job, of course losing someone that you love is something painful, right?
Yeah, I mean like there are stories where they actually found the missing person, which is good news, right? There are also stories that they couldn't find the body, or they found the body in a condition where it's no longer alive.
Even if you found your loved ones in a bad shape, still, but he is still alive, I'm sure that it is better than just perish and gone into like thin air without no one knows the answer to it. So the fourth story about the SARS officer, panjang sangat. The SARS officer got a report of a missing person, a guy to be exact. He went into the forest, but all by himself. Which I believe,
Why?
even for SARS, I'm sure, will give you informations or will tell you the best is not to enter the forest by yourself,
On your own.
on your own, or at least you must inform someone your location, like from point A to point B, or from point A to the point that you're going to end. Okay,
We
so
are
what
talking
happened?
about like really huge,
Yeah.
dense forest, not microchip.
No. Yeah, even for my creature, I believe some of you will, like, if you were to get lost in
Especially
the,
for girls, I think it's better for you to inform people
yeah,
where
true,
you
true,
are
true.
at.
Yeah, true. But even for some people, if we were to go into the Macritchie and you got lost, I'm sure you will start to get panic, because Macritchie is a very small forest. It's not really like those big and dense forests.
Because I think Macritchie, our government did a very good job in giving, providing us with
True,
paths
correct,
and stuff
correct.
like that, arrow directions and all.
So you
There
and
are
also
certain
given by
like
maps and all.
there are certain like really dense forests, especially like countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, that kind of countries, where these are all not available.
Yeah. Okay, so back to my
Sorry,
story.
sorry.
Yeah. So back to my story. This SARS was looking for this guy, and eventually, they found him. But he found him in a very bad shape.
What happened to him?
His leg is broken, and it's got infected
Oh,
because it has been 2 days.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So when he got this guy, when the SARS unit got this guy and they tried to bring him up and everything, on the way he keep on, because he's like losing his mind.
Who?
This guy,
The missing person?
the missing person. Okay, missing person. This missing person in the state of inconsolable state. So why he is like that is because that he told the SARS unit that when he was into the forest, he suddenly saw someone right in front of him. So he followed this guy. Okay, he followed and followed and
Why
followed.
did he go and follow this guy?
Maybe he wanted to ask or something. Maybe he wanted
okay,
to have
okay.
some, like interactions. Maybe he knows. Maybe who knows? Like maybe there's another
Like
person
buddy,
that also. Yeah. So maybe that's what he thinks. Okay. So anyway, he was almost about to reach that cliff. Okay, that cliff, and what makes he fall is because that when he pass by this guy has no face.
Oh,
So that's the scary part. That's why he become
deranged?
Yeah. So he got panicked and scared at the same time. He trampled over the cliff, and his leg got into the between two
Got caught in between.
two large rocks. Okay, in between that. So that's why his leg got broken and crushed because of his fall. Now, what makes him even scared is because after the fall, he can still hear the faceless guy screaming.
Mother.
So he keep on inconsolable lah by the SARS, and keep telling the same old story again and again to the SARS until he get back to the hospital.
Okay, this story is a bit intense, huh?
Yeah, and scary, like in the forest. I think if you were to be in the forest, the first thing is that when you saw someone from the back, you should call up the name or call up that person, and if he's not answering, it's best not to pursue that person, I think. Or maybe because sometimes, I don't know, because we are talking about dense forests and big huge countries, whereby sometimes missing person, and it's best that you should consult that person who knows he is not in his mind because he's been lost for months or years, right? So I don't know which one. What do you think, guys? Leave it in the comment.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, because we are so fortunate to not live in
True.
such big countries,
True.
right? And I don't know. I guess if I've always called myself a city girl because I, you know, even for work when I went over to the other side of the world, and there's this one big forest that my colleague actually asked me whether I want to join them for a walk. Well, there was like 3-4 of us, so it was okay, right? It's huge, guys. Like, seriously, when you look at the other side of the forest, right, you cannot see anything. You
I
just
know.
see like rows and rows and rows, like endless rows of trees.
And the trees from the top view like already like bushes. That how dense it is.
Yeah, and then my colleague told me, Emily, be careful. Sometimes we might have wild boars. I'm like, huh? Why did you guys bring me here? Alright, so the last story that we have for you guys today is regarding this lady who she, like your story also, she went into the forest by herself to hike. And then she somehow lost her balance, fell off,
Excuse me.
broke her legs, so she couldn't walk.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So she, similar to the other lady, she rolled off the slope and then she got into a compromising position that she couldn't get out of. So she was missing for a few days already. And then I believe her roommate actually was the one who called the SARS unit to find her. They went into the forest, they looked for her. They actually did find her. But because of the condition of her legs, right, she couldn't walk. So they had to put her on a stretcher and then, get her out of the place. But while they were carrying her out of the forest, she actually said, "Who is that guy behind you? Who is he?
Oh shit.
Why is he making faces to me? The guy is with black eyes." And then she keep on saying this. She keep on asking the same thing over and over and over again until they actually brought her to a safer place. And then she actually said, "No, I'm not gonna give them to you." She was actually talking to an empty space, right? So she was like, "No, I'm not gonna give them to you. Leave this place, leave." She keep on saying this kind of stuff.
Maybe she's saying things that other people don't see.
That's what they were thinking. That maybe she
Delusional or?
no, maybe it's a symptom of shock.
Oh, okay.
Right, because your body kind of like reacts differently when you are in shock. So she kept on saying this kind of stuff, and then at one point, while the guy was trying to carry her, she actually said, "We have to leave right now." The guy with the black eyes doesn't like the birthmark on your at the bottom of your neck.
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy, the SARS personnel, he was like, he is very sure, he know he has got a birthmark,
But
at
nobody
the
can see because he's wearing a
because
shirt.
his shirt has got a collar. So how the hell did she know he has got a birthmark there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she keep on saying, "No, we have to leave right now." He is getting very angry. He doesn't like the birthmark on the bottom of your neck.
How did he know?
Yeah, how did she know? So they quickly, like, he kind of like sensed something is unreal lah. Something unreal is happening there. And so he kind of like asked his colleague, "Okay, let's go. So they eventually get out of the forest safely, and she was warded in the hospital and stuff like that. But until now, he kind of like keep thinking to himself, how did she know about his birthmark, and why did the thing doesn't like his birthmark?
I have another story. I mean, not really a story. This is but what the SARS personnel or officer shared that when he started work as a SARS,
SAR.
SAR.
SAR
Okay,
is a response ramen.
Okay, SAR. Sorry, SAR. So at some point, whereby when he went with the unit, but of course they are not into one group. They have to disperse, right? When to find or search for someone. Now, he found out sometimes that even the weirdest things that could happen or could appear in the forest. One that he mentioned is that how can a stairs, you know, a stairs where you need to
You
go
climb
up, climb up the
upstairs,
stairs, right? That kind of stairs is in the forest.
Well, we have been to forests where there are stairs. What?
And these stairs, but we are talking about dense forest.
Oh, okay.
Who would want to bring a stair into a dense forest?
Who built it?
Yeah, and to where that stairs lead to.
He didn't go and find
No.
out.
One thing is that luckily he didn't go to that stairs. I mean, when he go back to the office and he told this story to the colleagues, and the colleague says, "Don't worry, in your future working days, you will see more of this." One thing that him and remind this friend of the SAR unit is that never go over to this place whereby if you saw this kind of thing,
Never go near it.
never go near it, because you wouldn't know. Maybe you went into a different realm. Because you wouldn't know. I mean, who would want to bring a
Different
stairs down
portal.
there, right? So strange.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I totally believe that in the forest there are many different things that we don't know. Maybe there are different creatures, unseen creatures exist in there as well that we don't know. So that's about it today, guys.
Yep.
We have finished our ramen.
Yep, and it's ding ding.
We recommend that you give this a try. And yeah, we'll see you again next week. Don't forget to click on the like button
Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
and share this video with anybody you know. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.